big with 2 G's. I'm going to repeat that. That's big with 2 G's. So we back with another episode of the BiGG Umbrella Podcast. That's big with 2 G's. I'm going to repeat that. That's big with 2 G's, the BiGG Umbrella Podcast. And we got D3miGxd.
You already know what time it is, man. It's the D3miGxd, formerly known as D3miDaygo. A lot of people know me as that, bro, but we moving on up, man. We ascending into godhood. We going on up, man.
So you just now said about the D3miDaygo. What was the struggle like even having to go through getting the name D3miDaygo for those who really don't know?
Right, okay, in-depth story. D3miDaygo is a name earned from, I did a bid, I did a long bid, whatever, but I did it in feds. A federal bid, most people there are like from different cities, different states, all that shit. Everybody there is mixed gumbo pot.
Yeah.
So when you from California, people from other places call you Cali.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, bro, I was like super adamant, bro. I'm from Daygo, I'm from San Diego, I'm from Daygo, like adamant about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I already been had the name Demi, but they're like, all right, D3miDaygo then. That's how I earned the Daygo part on top of my shit because I was in an environment where your state and shit and city really matters.
Right.
So then when I touched down though, fucking nobody had a problem with Daygo. Like people actually respect that you're saying Daygo because it's putting it out there on the market and shit for like that.
Yeah.
But the spelling of Daygo was problematic because my time period growing up, Daygo always was D-A-G-O. I don't even know how that shit started or whatever.
Yeah.
But for my research, spelling it that way for Italians is like a slur word. It's a slur word against people, Daygo in Italian. So fucking for me, I was like, in my head, you just spell Daygo like D-A-Y,
right.
go, and yeah, we go.
So, right. And we go.
We go. Everybody Daygo, all Daygo. So fucking, I didn't think it was gonna be like a problem, but every time I was posting it, all the OGs was like being upset about it and shit. Always had some weird shit to say. And then eventually, I guess that's the culture. There's just too many young niggas now. There's too many young people, and that shit just shifted of its own volition to be acceptable. Now, I was like the only artist. If you look back 5 years ago, there ain't nobody else going by something Daygo until now. Recently, there's hella people with Daygo in their name now.
Yeah.
And I give a lot of credit to Ryan too for doing that song where he made it like a big point to be like, you spell it D-A-G-O, D-A-Y-G-O, don't matter how you spell it, we all together, it's the same shit.
Yeah.
And then he actually put money into that song so people like,
okay,
we just accept both now.
Yeah.
Now
we gotta
accept both. But even I got big homies from where I'm from that still be like, that shit weird. But even though they're like close homies of mine.
Mm-hmm.
So shit, they're like, they don't like that shit.
Then how did you get D3miGxd? Then what made you go from that? Since, I mean, you worked hard to even get that. Then what made you go to D3miGxd?
Man, the D3miGxd shit, and originally came from, I always had D3miGxd like, it was like a secondary of my moniker. So it was like D3miDaygo, the D3miGxd, like that. Because there's like for me, the D3miGxd shit is about you have been gifted an ability, but you are still a human. So the ability is godly ability. So God say, here, take that. That's a special power for you. Mm-hmm. So now you are a D3miGxd. Yeah. Whatever you're good at, you're a D3miGxd. So he good with the cameras. That's a D3miGxd right there. Right. But that's his field.
Right.
So all of us is D3miGxds in some format where they're like, here's a godly gift. But you're a human, so you're going to go through all the troubles and tribulations of being a human with it. Yeah. But you still are special in that regard.
Right.
So the D3miGxd always been with me. But the reason why I completely was like, man, I don't even need Daygo part no more is because, one, a lot of artists are using it now. Two, I ain't getting no credibility for making that shit cool. So, matter of fact, if we was in a party chat I'm on PS5, we in a party chat. One of the homies jump in there, he go by LV for real. But on the party chat, his name is LV Daygo too. He's actually from here. But fucking everybody in the chat start calling him Daygo. And like now they're mixing me and him up. Like we're in the chat. All you're hearing is audio. So they're like, Daygo. Both of us like, what? Daygo. I was like, oh man, that's the last draw. This is the last draw. The party chat was the last draw. I needed my name to be like more like that's him for sure. Yeah. And it shows that we are moving on up to address our special abilities that I always had as like my fan base was D3miGxds. Now I'm like just purely D3miGxd.
Yeah.
But if you're from here, you're gonna know me D3miDaygo. If you really from the turf, everybody know me as D3miDaygo.
Yeah.
But the new people that don't know my face, y'all want to see my face. Y'all want to see my face. But if people that don't know my
first
face,
thing I thought of when you just said that shit.
But if you don't know me, then you're gonna be like the dude with the mask, and then yeah, that's it.
And that's what, and like, I mean, you obviously doing that to keep it that way anyway.
Yeah. I want to be able to be if we actually become famous or whatever off this. I want to be able to not be this if I don't want to be that day. You want to take a break that day? Take off your mask. Go hang out with your kids. I ain't got no kids. Go hang out with your dog. Motherfucker, go shopping, all that shit. I want to be able to have access to that shit still. And I want to be able to fucking chop at females and all that without that little extra, like,
but then knowing like,
that nigga got
him.
money. Yeah, he got money. I'm about to get him for that. No, you're not.
You didn't even know.
It's worse. Me without the mask is worse. If a female talk to me and I ain't got the mask, I'm going straight ism on her immediately. You acting weird. All right, I gotta show you. You can't play with me like that, bro. Immediately gas on them.
So what made you so spiritual? Because I mean, you were talking about like being spirituality and like everybody's a God. Like, what brought you to even be so spiritual?
Well, yeah, see, like a lot of shit goes back to the bid. I did a long ass bid, so.
How long was you in there?
I was gone for 7.
Oh God.
I was gone for 7. But in there, fucking people could die for anything. Anything can happen in there for real. Like, people think it's over exaggerated when people say, "Oh yeah, you could die for fucking washing your clothes at the wrong time." That shit really happens. You can die because you accidentally walked in between the wrong 2 tables. That shit really happens. So fucking for me my biggest challenge with the bid was to not get engulfed by the culture that jail sets for you. So you can either become a dominant person, even in the streets like that. If you could become a dominant fixture in street culture out here, but you gotta be willing to sacrifice aspects of what you probably really are at heart, just so you can be more of a gangster. I want to be more of a G. So in order to qualify for that, I'm gonna X this part of myself out.
Right.
So I had to fight with that super light. So God actually helped me be able to be like, I don't have to do the survival tactics that most people got to do in jail. If I keep my faith that if you stay yourself, you're gonna get out as yourself, and you just keep building. Like it just aided in making it all manifest all together. And I like read the Bible a million times while I was in there, so figured it all out.
So really, God got you through doing your bid, like even like you said, to stay out of that culture, to have to prove like how tough I am, this and that, all that. I mean, I'm sure you had to go through a couple things.
Yeah, we was active still. We was still active.
Yeah.
But inside, I was already like, every challenge, I really laid it to God at the end of the day. Laid the guy, it could hurt. Somebody could tell on your case, whatever. It can hurt when it happens, but you can't control shit. You can't be mad at shit you can't control. You just gotta let that shit be controlled by that one person. So whatever faith you got to it and all that. And then there's I don't want to go into that because I don't want to expose nobody's shit.
So say if you do end up touching on that, you don't just, I mean, you don't know how to name drop or whatever the case may be. But this is all up to you. That's on you.
Yeah. But yes. But basically that's all it is though. I already had the whole demigod theorem where I seen the talent in each of the homies. You can hang out with anybody and recognize certain characteristics of them that like they do that better than me. I don't know how he's better at organizing interviews like this and more coordinated than me, but that is a ability that for some reason I don't got.
Right.
So it's recognizable that it was given to you to some degree.
Right.
Of course, you work on it too, but it's given to you some degree out the gate. So that, to me, that's like the best message to carry out, to even just to give other people hope and survive. But yeah, for jail, that helped me a lot. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to get to. When I was in jail, I was not on like straight, I'm God's servant stuff. Like I was not on that, trying to force people to try to, hell no. I was in there doing shit that my car was mad at. I was in there fucking playing Dungeons and Dragons, and
people was playing with you.
Yeah. This is how we hustle the system, bro. In the pen, you get budgets for programs in there. So if you come up with a cool program that you can make the administration agree with, then you get a budget from them of what you can spend on shit. So we had a mix. First of all, we already had like a group of different cars, so they made it look better to the police. Like, yo, you got Mexicans in here, you got white people in here, and the black people all trying to do this one program. And our program was Creative Imagination Program. Mm-hmm. So we started that shit up from nothing. And fucking in that program, we was like, we're going to play Magic and D&D. That's what we doing. And that shit ate up so much time. Dungeons & Dragons helped me a whole bunch with that shit eats up time. You can't wait to go out to the yard and go play that shit. Because then you're not in jail at that period of time. You was having fun telling a story with your homies. So yeah, that shit helped me out a lot.
That's crazy. What even brought you, like, what made y'all think to incorporate Dungeons and Dragons without somebody even thinking like, oh man, that's weak as hell. This nigga over here playing Dungeon, or whatever the case may be.
People still did that.
I'm sure.
That, like I said, we used to get like everybody in that program used to get in a little bit of trouble with their card because we already co-mingling with other races and shit.
Oh, okay.
Just to play the game.
Right.
The few people that ain't scared, we gonna play the game, and if you get in trouble, you just go run your face with whoever you got to run your face with in your car, and then they gonna leave you alone. That's basically what happened to me. You got a problem with me playing the game, we go fight, and then you ain't gonna say shit no more because I'm gonna keep playing the game.
Yeah.
And I'm just I'm getting my time going. Y'all over here doing extras, and I was still programming all that shit too, though. So I would still work out with niggas, still do all the shit with niggas, but where I'm not wasting my time becoming more of a prisoner. Y'all want to become the best prisoner y'all can become. I want to expand my imagination, go to school, I'll take classes and shit. I'm trying to do shit that's going to help me when I get out. I can understand if you got an elbow or something, then that's understandable for you to be like, I'm just going to become the most dominant fucking species survivalist of jail because you don't plan to go home. But me, I had a date. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm not losing, bro. I'm not losing myself. If you can get in 2 fights and lose a year.
Ooh.
If you get in 2 fights and lose a year of good time, you out of there. So now you gonna be mad as fuck. Why fight them 2 niggas before I get caught? Now I gotta do an extra year of jail time. You gonna be mad as fuck.
And that's a whole extra year.
Bro. Hey, it's easy. Them shots ain't the shots can come out anytime, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's on you saving yourself, making sure that it's on you being adamant about not wanting to conform to that because you are something more than that.
Right.
Ain't that weak ass number we had.
What was it like growing up for you in San Diego? And what part of San Diego you actually grew up in?
I grew up all throughout Daygo, for real. People know me primarily from being from the East because I spent like my teenage years growing up there. So that's like the main time that us people out here start doing active shit like that. But I grew up as a kid, my dad was in the Navy, even though I don't fuck with him. He's in the Navy, so we was in Terrasana. We had the Navy housing in Terrasana. Then after that breakup, we went to Encanto. We was on Madera Street, on Clyber Street, fucking 4-7. I stayed on 4-7. But we been everywhere out here, man. So, but I'm primarily known for being from Skyline. I still like over there right now.
So what was it like growing up for you out there, like in so many all parts of the East?
Oh yeah. For me, during my period of time,
this is all particular.
A kid, them fools, they started like the magnet program shit. I don't even know if it even happens no more, but they were purposely trying to diversify schools and shit at the time. So I didn't have to sit in my neighborhood like that all day. I had buses that would come dumbass early, and then you can go to a far away ass school. And then you get different education and all that shit though. So it was like private school before private school. I feel like you get to go to the nice school in fucking, I went to Ally Gardens for middle school, I went to Lewis for middle school. They had band and all that shit. There was no band in fucking, like, well, Johnson had like a band, but it was not like a real band, bro.
Not like what
they was playing like the accordion, whatever the fuck, the one that, like the fake flute.
Yeah, I don't know.
Johnson, that's what I learned when I went to Johnson. When I went to the fucking Lewis, you could choose alto saxophone, motherfucking cello. You can play fucking oboe, like all the shit. When you go to the white schools, they get you more opportunities to have a larger frame of mind on shit. So yeah, I played alto saxophone. Not fucking. I got the first chair at the end of 8th grade, but shit, I don't got those skills no more.
I was just about to say, is there any other? That's the only instrument you learned how to play. Or there was any other?
That's the only one I learned how to play. Where I was like, yeah, I can play the saxophone. Actually, but when you learn music, it's easy to learn other instruments because they teach you the language of music, just the scales. It's easy to learn to the next instrument, especially if it's like the same shit. Like my shit was woodwind. So woodwind is like if you have a reed, in order for it to make a sound, there's like the skinny wood reed, and it like vibrates against the plastic that's mixed. The sound, the actual sound of the saxophone comes from that. Yeah. But fucking like every instrument that is woodwind, you can learn that easier than piano's hard as fuck to learn because you got to learn how to be ambidextrous like a motherfucker and stretch it up. But for what I learned, I could do almost anything in that same instrument group. And it ain't hard. Once you learn one, you can pick a ball up.
You feel like you going to those other like basically private schools helped you in the long run?
Yeah, hella do. I even talked with the first school that I experienced like that was in first grade, in kindergarten and first grade. I went to Lindbergh Schweitzer, And that shit fucking, I don't even know if it's called that no more, but at the period of time, it was split into 2 schools. So Lindbergh Schweitzer, one side was for regular kids, and the other side was for handicapped kids and regular kids that they interpreted would not like mistreat them.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the side where there was handicapped kids that have like real, like autistic problems, like, and then but we're kids being exposed to it, so it's not weird to us yet.
Right.
So I'm hanging out with people with wheelchairs, cheering them on, hoping them they do their projects good, helping them learn how to sing songs and shit.
Yeah.
But then when we go to recess, we get to be with the Schweitzer people too. So they
incorporate all y'all together
during recess time
right.
only. So then you get to see them like mistreat kids and shit like that. You like super defensive of them because those like your friends.
Like, it's my homie.
Yeah, so that shit. I always felt like that was crazy back then, but now that I'm looking back at it, like that was a good strategy for them to implement to try to like let's mix the kids in.
So they don't feel too like they're just a part of the whole school.
Yeah, yeah. It was good to incorporate regular kids with kids that have learning disabilities, so that that's where you learn. As a youth, you learn, is that wrong? Is that a wrong thing to have a learning disability? It's not their fault. Like we picked that up. We already learned to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
But the people on the other side of the school still roasting people for that shit for like, oh, they gonna roast you for being any disability you had.
Yeah.
They roast shit. We roast each other. We 100% okay. So they definitely gonna roast it. So they gonna roast them thinking it's okay to roast.
Right.
But yeah. But that was a good idea by them. But yeah, that shit like that helped in the private school, which it wasn't really private. There's still public schools, it's just in the richer areas.
Right. Now, I see what you're saying. You said that you don't fuck with your dad. How come you don't fuck with your dad?
Oh man, a lot of shit. A lot of shit, but primarily just you're like they leave the household type shit like that. Like most people go through. Most of our plight is when you select to not be. You got an opportunity to be around. You select to not be around. That's when you be like, nah, I can't fuck with you. If my dad had a problem where he went to jail because he was getting money to take care of his family, I would have no problem. I would probably talk to him every day while he in there, because I understand you was grinding for us.
Right.
But if your parent is somebody that says, no, fuck all this situation, don't even contact me no more, I'm out of here, then fuck you too then. What the fuck? Fuck, you just said fuck me, fuck you too then.
Right.
But yeah, I feel like a lot of people like that. But I also feel like a lot of mothers like skew the fucking picture to their kids when they break up, when they separate with their dads too. So I want to put upon y'all, if you have any problem with either parent, to try to build your relationship of your own volition, not off of the relationship that your parents had, because you don't know what the fuck really happened. Especially when you're grown, you start experiencing relationship shit. Yeah. Then you'll be like, yeah, I can see why dad was mad as fuck. Stop fucking with her. but I wouldn't stop fucking with my own kid.
Right.
I would stop fucking with the female, but not my own kid. Fuck that. But shit like that. That's what. So for mine was early, so it was easy for me to learn to be like, yeah, fuck you. Fuck it.
You said early, and you still don't talk to him to this day.
Yeah, I have access to him, but I don't never talk to him. I'm like,
I was gonna say, do you ever plan on even like touching on him?
Nah, last time I encountered him, fucking like he was speaking in a matter as though he is a parental figure. Okay. And I was like, bro, I'll run your face now. Like I'll beat you up right now. Like right now, I just sit like that. So you didn't have no power no more. You were reflected off.
Right.
You never really did for me because I was too little.
Because you was young at that point.
But yeah.
So your mom's a big figure in your life then.
Oh yeah, she number one. The number one supporter of all time. Like that's the best you can get. I was like the best you can get. She didn't have nothing but her and the kids, and my uncle was around though. That's about it. My uncle and his girl. But fucking yeah, if my mom wasn't in the picture grinding as hard as she did, because it's not just me, she had 3 kids. So it wasn't.
Where you at with the kids?
I'm in the middle.
Okay.
I'm in the middle. That's why I gotta be extra weird and extra and shit. Or else they ain't gonna see me, bro. I gotta do hella extra shit. I was always athlete, always the person like, man, y'all gotta recognize the thing I just did. But fucking yeah, but she's angel for real on earth right now. Top tier. I'm sure y'all got top tier moms. But all my friends growing up was like, damn, I wish your mom was my mom.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know she's solid even to other people.
For sure. What got you into music?
Fucking music.
What would you consider yourself? Because I know you mess with like EDM and everything else. Like,
oh yeah, we doing everything now. But growing up, I was like super pure rap growing up. Growing up was pure rap. I didn't start rapping for real for a long time. I started off doing poetry and shit. A lot of artists will tell you to start doing poetry. Yeah. Start off poetry. Some of the white schools I went to, Lewis had one of Maya Angelou's relatives come in and do a whole fucking like a quarter of the school year teaching us about poetry and shit.
Damn.
So fucking like
that was like major.
These are benefits of going fucking with white schools. These are benefits, bro. You get to meet people. They got a budget, man. They got a budget.
Mm-hmm.
But fucking but yeah, over there they taught us. I always had a larger vocabulary, especially writing. My diction is like super good. So she taught you how it's important to play with words in different fashions and stuff, and change your stanzas and phrases. And that actually started feeling rewarding to me to be more informed, because me going to white schools, I can speak in a different tone. Then when I come back home and talk to the homies that want to use more slang than regular common English, than the real common English, because it's cooler to speak with slang. It's easier to communicate. For them, it's easier to communicate. Right. For me, when I'm talking to people that don't know no hood shit, it's easier to communicate with the square talk, whatever. But yeah, so yeah, it just gave me more power to speak with larger vocabulary when I'm using poetry, and that's what got me into poetry more. Like now, I'm being heard. Before, if you're in the hood, you don't say something cool, you ain't really being heard like that. But when you write it down, it just feels you're like more enamored by it. And then I got into rapping more from, I just randomly started writing rhymes, but they're already pretty much rhymes already. But I just started writing rhymes on my bus in high school. They used to have ciphers every day on the back of the bus.
Oh, that was
every
fun as
fucking
hell,
day. Yeah, it was every fucking day. Shout out to the homie Bless. Like he was like mad popular at my school for doing this, Young Bless. But we rode the same bus, and one day this fool just seen me writing my lyrics, and he's like, "I always see you writing shit. Why don't you come back here and spit with us?" I did not have no confidence in shit like that or nothing at the time, but he like helped me build that shit up just for him, like throwing you out there and not letting people shit on you, which is hard to do in high school, to not let people shit on you for learning how to do this rap shit better. But yeah, that's what got me into it.
Yeah.
And our school had from us doing it so often, the teachers actually started doing shit for like the primary rappers at the school. They let us do like concerts at assemblies and all that shit.
School was different.
Bruh, man, yeah, that's assemblies. They let us do shows, and we used to have freestyle Fridays at our school. This is at Mission Bay. We used to have freestyle Fridays. Everybody would come at lunchtime, go to the middle, waiting for the battles to go off. It was ramped like the school allowed it. It was permitted by the school.
Y'all cussing stuff though?
Nah, you ain't supposed, if you cuss, you're supposed to get disqualified for not round or whatever.
Right.
But it don't matter. Like they're still promoting hip hop culture at fucking a beach school.
Yeah.
You're at Mission Bay.
Yeah. So, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that was cool though. Yes.
What you going back to like you said, you go to school up there and you go back with the homies. Did they look at you kind of funny with the way you was talking with your vocabulary?
Yeah, that's always. Mm-hmm. That's even still some of that today. Cause I got like multiple, even on my music, I can switch my voice and shit. And depends what environment I'm in, I can switch how I'm talking. So people be like, man, what? Like I can talk like this a lot because my family is from Corpus Christi for real. my family from Corpus Christi for real. So I can talk like that, and people will be like, yeah. Nobody gonna have no problem when I'm talking like that. But when I go back to the hood though, right. they still won't. They think that's my regular way of talking, which it kind of is because it's from my mom's is from Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
So it kind of is, but yeah, you can do it both. Like if you was bilingual, you would be able to speak all the way Spanish and then switch right back to speaking English. Yeah. I can do that just with different dialects of English.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should get made fun of for it.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta show them. You just gotta show them. I can do this too, man.
What got you into anime?
What got me into it? I don't think nothing like directly got me into it. Like nobody told me you gotta watch this. Nobody said check this out. It was nothing like that. I just remember seeing some crazy shit on TV. And my first anime was Fist of the North Star. And that shit, it's super old now. And most people don't know what it is now. But it's like a classic anime where it's primarily hand-to-hand fighting. But like modern DBZ where the hands move fast, they was doing that shit first. But on Fist of the North Star, the main character, he does that fast fighting shit, but he hits your pressure points. And he does it with so much impact it makes your pressure point implode upon itself. So it's super gory and all that shit. Like this fool would chop somebody up and his body would just start blowing up and blow up. So it's gory.
In the pressure point.
Yeah, it's gory. You can see shit like that out in the States. We were super censored at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that shit was hard. It was like something new and it was something that not a lot of people, it was like the underground culture thing already. So you felt privileged to know about the shit. And then at that period of time, internet was not popping like that where you could just get anything off of there. So you have to go find videos. You go to like the Asian markets trying to find a different episode that you never seen before, and it's all out of order. Dragon Ball super like that shit. Dragon Ball, as a child, bro, there's no way you can watch this shit in order. No way you can watch this shit in order. They don't show the episodes in order on no channel, no nothing, until Toonami came. Once Toonami actually put like U.S. culture onto it, because they actually showed it chronologically so you could see the progress of the characters. But before Toonami, bro, you would just be fiending for an episode, just put it on, watch the drawings, and assume, I guess this must have happened until I find another episode. I'm just going to assume this happened by this happened. So yeah, that shit was crazy, but it became so you got invested into it because you had to research it yourself. Mm-hmm. And yeah, and its storylines are way better though. Not modern standard regular cartoons are better now, but in that period of time, cartoons were meant to be like, it's only funny. They'll do weak ass fucking fart joke or some weak ass shit. Like SpongeBob right now is like, SpongeBob's off now, but SpongeBob is primarily oriented to be funny. We're not trying to come up with like a deep thing that you relate to as a person. Almost every anime has a deep rooted core like between all character motivations. So you could find somebody that relates to somebody in real life. Almost all the anime.
God, see, and I never even watched anime, so for you to like to touch on all that stuff, I'm like, I had no idea even about this.
About to get into it. You about to start eventually.
What's your favorite one to watch now?
Well, shit, the ones that out right now, y'all would think I like Bleach a lot. I like Bleach for the drawings. This from Bleach primarily, the mask, and then this is from Naruto primarily. This the enemies on Naruto. Most people know this shit, but those ain't the top tier to me. Fucking the best one I like watching right now, actually I can say my favorite anime is To Your Eternity. And most people would not think that's my fucking favorite. It's made by a female author, first of all, but it's about a guy that's immortal and he don't know he's immortal. He just records information. He starts off as just a rock. And then
he was a rock.
He starts off as just a rock. You don't know what the fuck's going on when it comes on. He starts off as just a rock, but then every single time something living dies next to him, he gets to take on that persona. So throughout time, so he starts to rock. Then a dog dies next to him. He becomes a dog. As a dog, he walks to a village. He sees people. He starts hanging out with a person. That person dies. He becomes that person. So that and he can change into all these forms that he gets. He can keep changing into them. So now the story gets super sad as fuck because he immortal. So all these people he start getting close to die somehow in super sad ass way. So this is the only anime that has had me investing into it, like emotionally. You be like, oh, it's fucked up. I know one of these fools about to die, and then they die in some super sad ass way. And then, like, usually he'll just randomly take on the person's body. Like, he wouldn't even know that person died until he could take on that body. Yeah. So he'll be doing something way else, and then all of a sudden he feels like he can transform into somebody that was a close friend of his. Mm. And then now everybody's sad, and then they start telling a story about what happened for why that character died. It's trippy. But that's my favorite right now. Yeah. For action, I wouldn't tell you to watch that because I wouldn't want you to be sad every day. I mean,
cry every day.
I'll tell you what, the new shit is Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man is, it was already like high-selling comic book form manga, but it just started playing anime, and they use like new anime techniques with computer graphics and drawings. And yeah, it's more comical too. Like they have a lot of action, but the main character is somebody that's basically been like a slave his whole life. He's been in debt his whole life trying to pay his family debt off to the Yakuza. So he never got to have a bitch. He never got to fuck nothing. He like he was cutting off pieces of his body to sell it so he could put it off onto the debt. And then basically something happens where he ends up getting his powers, which I'm not going to spoil right now. But now that he has powers, he works for an organization where females be offering him shit like, what do you want from doing this job? And he's like, I just want to touch your titties for this job. And he's like, all right, for sure. And then he'd be super excited about it. He'd go kill shit just so he could touch a girl's teeth because he never got to do it before. Right. So it has like an underlying comedy, but the action is super good. But yeah,
That's
Chainsaw
crazy.
Man.
That's crazy. You your shows, like you be super hype going crazy for it. Like what brought that energy for your shows?
I say for shows, my primary influence always Busta Rhymes was like my favorite performing artist. He wasn't my favorite like recording, like even though he had some dope shit recording too. But every time I seen Busta Rhymes on whatever platform, this fool was going ham, and the energy, like he might not even be rapping his lyrics yet. He's just saying a chant or something, and it got the crowd hype. And he worked with his homie Split Star, and I always admired incorporating your friends and family into whatever the fuck you're doing. Like I could shine by myself right now, but Split Star, bring your ass up here, and we gonna do some combo tandem fucking shit, and people gonna be like, oh, they hard as fuck. So yeah, Busta Rhymes is like probably my number one influence to be like, you gotta perform epically. And then also anime did help me with, and cartoons in general, help me with saying that you can make more visual shit happen. So fucking like, I admire like Lady Gaga, and I admire early Kanye. When they was on tour, and Riri, when they was on tour before, they used to have all types of crazy shit happening on the stage. They don't really invest in it like that much no more, but I remember Lady Gaga's first tour, she had stupid crazy shit happening on stage. So yeah, I can fully appreciate the thing. You should too, you're an actor, so as an actor, you know how to stage hands, gotta do all this shit in the background in order to make your angle look like this, and that's a lot of shit that goes into it to make it one beautiful processed image. So I can admire that, and I always like to try to get the best show I can. And energy is undeniable. That's probably the number one benefit I have as an artist out here. If anybody gives you any positive critique about Demi, they're going to say, this will always be lit when he's performing. So it's an undeniable thing that if you're performing and having fun, the crowd basically has to accept that it's fun for you. At least it's fun. Even if they don't like your shit, they like, they having a good time. They having a good time, so I gotta have a good time too, or else I'm being a lame. Which you are. You are being a lame. If you have to put it upon yourself to put hate on somebody that's having fun, then yeah, you is pretty lame. But I just want to spread that energy all the time. That's the overall job in life for me, is to make great memories. So if I have a job, even in my regular jobs, if I can have an effect of granting you happiness that you can recall, that is something amazing that like everybody can't do that.
That's super dope. Yeah. For real. That's dope. Even like you even thinking like that. How long you been doing music?
Fucking forever. I've been doing it since
I know
before.
You with the poetry, and then you was into with the band. When did you actually start rapping?
Yeah, I started. It was high school where I started actually trying to rap for real. I played with a little bit in middle school, and then high school I did not consider myself a rapper in middle school. High school is where I actually had to do. You got to spit in front of people that never heard you rap before, and they're not your friends. But you got to rap. So it was in high school where that shit started. And then the long bit happened, and then I came back home. And when I came back home, I just started going super hard. So got enough credibility. It's been a long time, but shit. In the turf, I'm known out here. I'm known out here, that's enough.
I was actually about to say that. What type of like love did you get when you actually started coming out with music and doing shows? Was it first like, I ain't really messing with them, whatever, or you got love off top?
Well, before I did my bit, we already started semi-popping. There was like a place called Hot Monkey Love Cafe. But we were like, that's the only place where they let underage people go perform and shit. So we was underage when we was doing that shit. But then we started bubbling, and I caught my bid. So I was already being received well as somebody just having energy and having fun up there. I actually enjoy myself on stage. That's as somebody, if you're not a nervous person, that is a feeling that you cannot imitate. Yeah, for me being an artist, that's a feeling I cannot imitate. Being on stage and going up 100, I'm not nervous or nothing at all. I'm just happy that I'm making other people happy, and it makes me more happy when y'all are enjoying yourself. So that's like the most euphoric place you can get.
Your mom love your music?
I think it's like obligated. I think if she tells me she like it, I don't even take it like. I don't even take it like completely. I know it's probably honest on her behalf, but bro, I can't say this shit's hot because you said it's hot. You saying it just because you respect all the shit that I done to do it. But I need outside entities to be like, all right, that's the one. Yeah. That's the one. You're going to make a million songs. You ain't going to make a million hot songs. Some going to be trash, but you might as well say all of them hot.
Yeah. You got any favorite songs you've made so far?
The songs I be liking that I made don't be my usual style, because it was a challenge upon myself to make a different style song. So I have deeper songs that talk about deeper content than what other people would recommend. I have an old song called Turn the Lights Down, And that song's about purposely shading yourself in situations so that you don't get into bad situations. So you could have shined brighter in a certain situation, but you avoiding that spotlight let you keep doing what you do for longer, which is like a part of why I got booked. A part of why I got booked in my shit. Fucking, I was just going too fast. I was going too fast, making too many moves happen. Now I'm shining too bright. Now the police like, oh, let's get him. Get him, man. He's doing too much too fast. Go get him.
Yeah.
If you would have been more steady instead of just being outside, you would have been all right. But yeah, shit like that. But best songs for general public, I would say fucking Mayday is the top song. Everybody loves fucking Mayday. Fucking I Like No Sleep. Fucking, and then my new shit, Drugs Right Now, is already going down already. Drugs Right Now is going stupid already. That shit about to be.
What inspired that one?
The song Drugs Right Now, fucking, it really started off of one day we just trying shrooms for the first. It wasn't for the first time. It was lemonade shrooms. Lemonade shrooms it was a new brand basically. A homie's new brand. Go check him out, Mr. Fun Guy, man. Mr. Fun Guy Lemonade. He really do his thing. It's fire. But we were just trying this once for the first time. And so I'm letting everybody drink it. I paid for it, but I'm like, everybody go ahead and do your shit.
Oh, it's a drink?
Yeah, it don't taste like no mushrooms or nothing. It tastes
That's
like
crazy.
pure whatever flavor you get. Yeah, like cherry Kool-Aid and lemonade and pineapple. So whatever flavor you get, it tastes like that. So it tastes good. And then you just chill out for like 30 minutes, bro. Chill for like 30 minutes. Let it hit you, bro. And then, when the shit hit, I was like, bro, I can't even think of nothing else but that I'm off the shit that I'm doing. I'm off the drugs right now. And then I just kept saying, I'm off these drugs right now. And then I went to go record it. Like, you're in a different mindset.
You recorded as when you were still on shrooms?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, I couldn't even think beyond that at that period of time to make, like, let me make a cool-ass bar scenario where I set it up, a cool scheme or something. I couldn't even think past that at that period of time. Because I'm like stuck in this moment right now.
Yeah.
So, and I thought it would relate to the other people in the studio. So when I first wrote it, it was intended for everybody in the studio at this time. Y'all can all get on this song. But then when I first started recording it, they was like, that shit ain't it, bro. Everybody was saying that shit ain't it when I record just the basic. I'm off of these drugs right now. I'm off of these drugs right now. They was like, that shit ain't it, bro.
That's not it?
Nah, at the time, they was like, that ain't it. And then it took me coming back to the studio again, and now I was sober, figure out like the undertones of the song. So then I got to start doing like, right now, all these weird shit in the background where you're actually trippy. And then now everybody's like, that shit fire. Now everybody want to get on it. Mm-hmm. So now the remix is coming out, and I got like fucking really like 20 people on there on the remix.
God damn.
Literally like 20 people on there.
Is there any artists out here in San Diego that you do music with?
Artists that I commonly do music with, and we have KP Platinum Sounds. The collective is called The Creatives. So everybody that records here, you get on a song in any order of mixture of collaborators. We just say it's The Creative. So I work with D-Shy, Briz Moolah, Cognac, motherfucking J.A., motherfucking Skins. Those are all the regular people I work with. But other than them, industry people that are dope is Adonis the Hottest is fucking fire. I always give Young Bless props, even though he's not really out there like that no more. Young Bless is fired. Elway fired. I know all the artists out here, so I'll just be missing people and somebody can get mad.
Of course, yeah.
But
and
Marty McFly is like the number one artist for me as a when I was coming
Swag
up.
was just talking about him.
No, he just dropped a new project. There's people that are gonna co-sign him now because his project just dropped. Mm-hmm. But when we was coming up, him being in Blacklist, a group called Blacklisted, they already had a song that was like a club, this is probably the only real underground club hit San Diego has ever had real. And it was called Marinade. That shit fucking fire, bro. It's still, if they turn it on right now, people gonna get lit. Still right now.
He going all the way back. He like, I know from way back.
I'm surprised you never heard it. If I found that song and turned it on, you'd be like, this shit actually fire. I'm trying to remember, he'd be like, flyer than a UFO. Fly to the max. You ain't know, cutthroat boy, you ain't know. Put one back like we don't need it. Young boy fresh day getting weeded. Yum, 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 purple haze. Grimy, wear the same shirt for days. Still blow ain't you go out with. Low key with the pistol you show out with. Man, he be going dumb with the whole fucking, and this is an old ass song.
And you remember that shit bar for bar.
Bro, that shit fucking fire, bro. Ask anybody from the 90s, they gonna be like, yeah, that shit fucking fire.
You got any new projects you putting out?
Yeah, so since I just did this whole rebrand, D3miGxd rebrand, fucking I was focusing on the single, so when I drop it on the new channel, because you have to for your new name, you gotta have a new channel for it. I wanted to put a lot of promo into that, but we already got like 10 tracks done for the project, the first project for D3miGxd. And it's been a lot of way more diversity. That's another thing for switching to D3miGxd, helped me be able to open up my different song choices. Because usually people need me to rap about, I'm known for rapping about pimp stuff, known for rapping about hood stuff, and known about rapping about party shit. So all that shit usually is my normal formula as Daygo. I can just reference all that, take a piece from all that, and boom, that's a song, and people like it as long as I come up with bars, punchlines and shit. But since I did this, I've been doing more harmonies and all that. Even the shit I already said, I'll do that trippy shit in the background. Right now, I would not do that before. No, there would be no weird notes or nothing you just throw in there. But now I'm just trying all types of shit. If the beat calls for it, I do it. I don't call nobody no more. I'm just do it.
Yeah.
And then so yeah, y'all gonna hear some different shit. Y'all gonna hear some cooler samples though that you never would have thought I would do. But yeah, and now I can still spit bars anytime you need that. Anytime you need that guy.
What's it like performing out of San Diego? I know you be in Mexico and stuff like that. What's it like? You get more love when you perform away from your city?
Period. Period. Bro, I've opened for the biggest artists of the industry here, and I got reception like I get out of town. Even slightly out of town. Fucking OC is one of the best places. Go to a white city that wants to support black shit. You will get different types of support than being in a city. But first, San Diego is a city that don't want to support black shit, first of all. The majority of the population doesn't want to support black shit. But when you do go do a show and you see people there, they're not putting their best foot forward to make this show lit. You got to do something to force them to be lit. So like, I used to throw parties. I used to throw private parties all the time. Like I was a known kind of semi-known promoter. So during COVID, I was doing secret parties the whole time. Stripper parties, all that shit. Like people will tell you, they're like, yeah, we got to go to Demi shit. So, but the motivation, I put the strippers in there. So now y'all have a motivation to come having a good time. But if I said I'm just going to have a party, y'all would have been acting weird when we start performing. But since now you're already in a jovial mood, because the bitches is here, now y'all going to listen to me and be like, oh, he lit. That's here. But out of town, they be like, man, I just want to see what he do. If he seems like he lit on stage, we going to accept him to be lit with him. And in Mexico, they don't even know half the shit I'm saying. But I guess I'm assuming they look at you like you must be kind of famous because you're speaking all the way English and you're from over there. But still, the energy is always transferable. So even if they don't know what the fuck you saying, I watch World Star Latina all the time, bro. See these bad bitches fucking throwing ass and making dope music though too. And you be like, I can tell that song fire. Even though I don't know what the fuck they saying, I know for sure that song fire. Especially San Diego, we get a lot of Latin artists. Music blows up here. So if you probably listen to some Spanish songs and be like, this shit fire. I don't know what the fuck they're saying. This shit fire though.
I heard some shit, yeah. I heard some shit. I ain't even gonna front.
Yeah, this fire.
So what you was saying that just made me fucking forget what I was about to say. But I'm gonna remember right now.
Yeah, I was happy.
That was it. It made me think about high school. So back when you was in high school, did you ever play sports?
Oh, yeah. I played football and baseball. And then, like, my whole childhood, I was playing baseball. Like, the whole time, I was, like, super good at baseball. I had, like, the home run record at Cantor Little League and all that shit. So, fucking, in one season, I had, like, 22 home runs over there. But, so I was, like, super good at baseball, in my opinion, whatever the fuck. And my older brother, like, led the way for that. So that's, like, helped me go to Mission Bay, too. He was, my older brother was recruited. That nigga's big, though. My older brother was, like, 6'6", fucking, and diesel. So he got recruited by that school to go over there. Mission Bay was like one of the best baseball schools at the time.
Yeah.
So fucking after he went, they were like, yeah, bring your brother now. So when it's his turn, call him up too. So that's a part of why I got into the magnet program for high school and shit from here Southeast all the way to fucking Mission Bay every day. And fucking but baseball was weird because I felt like I was good already, but the coaches, high school in general, all high school sports, they already have like this rotation of fucking students they have to put in the front because they about to be gone. So this is the only chance to get them scholarships or whatever. But at the time, I guess I was like too immature or whatever. I was like, bro, I'm better than them. What the fuck? Why you keep me? They put me on AAU. I started off immediately on JV. And I played AAU in 8th grade, so I played for Mission Bay when I was in 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't even in high school yet.
Right, you're already playing at that level.
and then fucking when I got to 9th grade, I was supposed to be JV. I started JV, and what happened was Coach Pugh, Coach Pugh, but he was like, the freshman team, AAU team, is losing, so Demi, you go back down to the freshman team instead of JV team. I was like, I'm not with that shit, bro. What the fuck? I actually played that. Like, I earned this shit to be up here. You're gonna send me down? I'm better than the people that's up here. But I can understand that. Like, so I would be immature. For the coach, he's like, dude, you in 9th grade, you got all this time. Who the fuck cares? Go play good out there. It's gonna make you look better because you dominating in freshman.
Mm-hmm.
So then when you do come up, shit, you might skip JV. In 10th grade, you might just go straight to varsity.
Yeah.
But I was not thinking that. I was just mad, like, bro, you trying to shit on me, bro. You trying to shit on me and I already earned this shit. So no. And then that made me switch to playing football more. And football, I actually got a partial scholarship. Coach Ronaldo, he was like super good at finding small football programs and colleges that will like give people scholarships, even though we weren't like the most. You didn't have to be like a top tier athlete. He had the tapes and all that shit, and he had the right networking to be able to be like, yeah, give him opportunity, combine that with his grades, and then y'all should offer some type of scholarship. But then the one I got offered was in the East Coast, so I couldn't do it, bro. I have no family or nothing out there. I went out there to check it out probably for like the first semester. I was like, yeah. And it still cost me money because it was just partial.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, I can't even survive out here. I can't talk to nobody to help me with no money, no nothing. I was like, yeah, I'm going back home, bro. And then when I went back home, got right into trouble. I got back home, got money immediately. Let's go get money because now that I see you learn how important money is. Like now you grown now, you need some money. And then I was like, well, I'm going to get it. Then you going to see me. I'm going to get the money. And then I fucked myself over going too hard.
So that's what caused you to basically be like, okay, I can't do nothing with sports no more.
Yeah, and then sports was over after that. Cause I basically, if I was dedicated to sports enough to be like, to fight your way to a full scholarship, I was put in a position where I could have stayed there, endured, and fucking fought my way to a full scholarship. Just, really, if you get to the starting staff, they're going to give you a full scholarship now. But fucking, the starting phases was too hard, and I'm not even at like nowhere like big, like the nowhere super pretentious or that. So yeah, so it's not like that. I'm going home, bro. Let me go home and do. I want to do music anyways.
Yeah.
I never wanted to do sports like I wanted to do music, but yeah, it's just like you were talented, so just go do it. You're talented, do it.
So with you going through all that you went through, how was you able, or I mean, what's your mental health like even like now, or how was you able to keep it at a positive level?
That's everybody's. Just because you see somebody happy and shit all the time, please check in on your friends, even if they seem like they're happy and shit all the time. I do this to strangers. I even to a stranger, I'll say hi and smile. Say, I don't even know who the fuck you are, but I'm hoping it might do something positive for your day. And even if they respond rude, you know where you was coming from. Mental health is some shit that's hard to fucking just see. And in fact, my next single is strongly oriented on like suicide prevention and shit. So from the song Drugs right now, it's all party and shit, and then that's just gonna drastically flip to a song like everybody listen to it, be sad. It's sad and hopeful at the same time. I don't really want to spill none of it yet because it's about to come out next. But yeah, it's a suicide prevention, but it's also speaking on the understanding of people that are in that dilemma and what they actually are intending to do when they're saying they want to commit suicide. It's usually like their intention isn't to hurt nobody else. They're trying to take away the pain that they're feeling of themselves that they're exuding upon other people. So that's I'm trying to recognize that and still tell them like I wish you had the strength to fucking the hook be like, I wish you could feel what it feels like to fail 1,000 times. I wish you could feel what it feels like. I'm trying to see the first part. Yeah, basically to fail 1,000 times, still shine. You get it all the next time. Just stay strong and you'll find something on the inside. Let your light shine. Let your light shine bright. It's like that. So the whole thing is like, the whole thing is about, yes, you're going to get fucked over. Yes, you're going to fail. But if you had the strength to keep going, you would see the next phase of your life. But I understand why you might have came short. So my mental health, personally, though, is always to try to stay as optimistic as possible. You can only control the elements that you can control. There's so much shit in the world going on in your life that you have nothing. You can't do shit.
That's for real.
You can drive the car, somebody can hit your shit. That had nothing to do with you, bro. But now you're going to be in debt, so you might be fucked fucked up about it. Like, you might feel like you're dumb for getting in a car accident. That's not your fault. But all the shit compounds upon itself, and then people end up fucking themselves off worse from stressing and shit. So if you try to put the best foot forward to be optimistic, then things usually go better. I tell people all the time, I do this for myself. So this is really the most accurate depiction of the state of my mental health is count your blessings first. Dude, just count your blessings and then compare it to somebody that don't have the blessings that you have. Every time I do that, I always end up better. My mind state always shifts a little bit better when I be like, man,
It could be
I
worse.
have a house, I have fucking, so if I work downtown, I see homeless people all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And then I see homeless people that look like regular people. I'd be out there for a month. I might see that same person again. And they fucked off now. Now they drugged up and all that shit because they're getting influenced by the stresses of their day. Every time you're encountering any difficult situation, I urge y'all to count your blessings first and just think about the shit that you do have that somebody else don't have. And then that at least gets you to a point of like where you could be like, at least I know I'm about to eat this cereal tomorrow morning, bro. At least I got some ramen, bro. Other people can't eat no Thai ramen, bro. I'm about to go eat that shit right now. That shit gonna be fire. Yeah. But yeah, that's my mental health shit. That's my outlook on
Nah,
mental
for
health.
Sure. What kept you being basically like what you see out there in downtown, being on the streets and living out there and on drugs and shit?
Man, them fools, bro. Them fools, like I say, it's a product of your stress. It's a big thing in science right now where they're talking about it. It's actually like your own, you have a deficiency in your neurons and stuff that makes you have addictions and makes you have depressive disorders and makes you have stuff like that. I personally don't believe in that. I know a lot of people are going to be mad at me for that. I don't believe that. My brother has been diagnosed with shits like this too, but I'm like, bro, I don't believe it. I believe if you feed people that positive reinforcement, no matter how deep in depression they are, it will equate to an improvement of that depression.
Right.
Which is already a sign that it is not strictly off of their DNA structure. It's not strictly off of that. If I can prove to you, let me hang out with this fool and do only positive shit with him. And then I guarantee he's going to be better. He still might have some thoughts about the shit or still might be in a state of depression. But if I'm hanging out and putting my good energy to him, it's only going to increase him more to the side of a balanced mind frame.
Mm-hmm.
But so for me, when I see it in the streets, I don't think it's like, I don't think it's excusable to say I do drugs to the point of I am incapable of working. To me, that's not an excuse, bro. You should not, you can't say I'm depressed to the point of not being able to do anything, period. I've been depressed, and I know at the bottom of the barrel, you're not really capable of doing shit, but you can't stay there and just say, I have a depression disorder, so I'm always depressed, so I never can do nothing. That's your fault. Then that means you're not even trying to get out of that shit. Or it's not necessarily, it might be your environment though, too. Like a kid that has abusive parents is not gonna get out of their depression because I gotta go back to that every fucking day. Yes, but if you get them out of that environment, put somebody in a good environment, give them positive energy. If somebody's willing to get out of depression, I feel like you will get out of it if you're willing to get out. That's the key. You want to do it, you even in addicted to a drug, if you want to not be addicted to a drug, you will gradually stop getting off, you'll start weaning off the drug.
Like you said, you just gotta want to do it.
Yeah. That's my outlook. So that's why I see downtown. I see a lot of people giving up, basically. Get with the right people, change their whole life.
What's some people outside of music that people wouldn't expect that you enjoy doing?
I enjoy doing outside of music. And I have this big ass book thing that I've been writing for a long time, but it still kind of correlates into animated, but I don't draw well or nothing. But I've been writing this whole book title. It's like 7 different books. I have the concept skeletons of each book already been written out for a long ass time.
7 books.
Yeah, I try to make it a series. And it's like very much influenced by like when I was growing up and Harry Potter was being read and was such a big deal when each book came out. That was like a big part of influence for me to already as a kid to start thinking of a multi-saga fucking book. So my book series is called Genesis, but on the series not out yet, obviously. But in the book basically goes through different periods of time how can I explain it? Almost like I said, almost with the demigod shit. God gives each one of his people control of a specific element. So God divides himself into multiple parts, and each of those parts have control over a specific element. And the essence of those people moves on through all the periods of time. So even if it becomes a new person, when they die, the essence of that spirit moves on through time. So each book like chronicles how people are trying to commune with God and how they look at people that have aspects of God in them, and how people can deny God, like basically like Jesus got denied, even though he's showing y'all I can do some shit. You gonna deny him? Like it goes through all those difficulties too. Being like people can assume you're anti-Christ or whatever. People cannot believe in you. Yeah. So it's all the perspectives and through different periods of time and made up periods of time, it eventually goes into futuristic periods of times and shit by the end of the books. And like the primary question of the book is challenging your faith in God and how much you have to do with being a tool of God.
What brought about your creative mind?
Shit, there's no telling what brought it. There's no telling what brought it about. I don't even think I did like a lot of creative oriented stuff as a kid. My memory of being a kid is you play sports, so you learn sportsmanship, you learn to communicate with people, and then I learned karate early, and so fucking that shit taught me to like not allow people to physically disrespect you, even verbally disrespect you. Like people that know me, like Demi is always ready to run a fade, always ready to fight. Even though he's super nice. Like when people say, "Oh man, you want to fight?" Like that's like exciting to me to fight. It's exciting to me to fight, bro. Just because I look like this or I'm talking like this, you about to fuck up because you about to have to be in a whole fade now. So yeah, so everybody's close to me know that. But yeah, so I actually got way cooler on that. I just recently started getting way cooler on that, like thinking of like, oh, first response. You said what? Oh, let's go do that then. I just recently started getting, even though I recently had a show though, I did just call somebody out at a show, but fucking that's abnormal to what I've been practicing now.
I was just about to say, so what brought you at a stop when and be like, hey, you know what, take it. Basically, what brought you to take disrespect and be like, you know what, I'm gonna toss it to the side. This time I'm not about to fight this motherfucker.
That shit hard as fuck to do. It's the shit that comes with it. Like you can't fight the police. You can't fight your prior criminal history. You can't fight fucking public opinion of why you did. You can't fight 20 people. Like you can be mad at one person, but he went the mother. You can't fight all of them. You probably, for my old state of mind, I'd be like, it don't matter. I got off on him. I got off on him. The person that was being disrespectful, I got off on him. So even if I get beat up and get jumped, at least that fool know he can't do that. And that's like, I still think of it like that. Like when people are disrespectful, somebody got to teach you the lesson of being disrespectful. And why not me? But now there is a why not. The why not is I don't want to get in trouble. I don't need to get in trouble worse than that. But if I can get in a fair situation, I probably would be willing. If you disrespect me, I'm willing to go let's just go do our shit. And now you know, even if I lose, even if you lose the fight, if you fight me, you gonna get hurt though. So you're gonna be like, I could beat him up, but I'm gonna get hurt when I talk shit about him. I'm gonna get hurt though. So I ain't gonna talk shit to him. Good. Lesson learned, nigga. Good. If that's what it took for you to not bully people or not talk shit about people, good. I'll take that L for that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. But I'm getting better just because I'm scared of the consequences with jail and shit. And I know how far back it takes you just from one little baby weak stutter step. Nigga, you can have a citation on a ticket and you could be back. Ticket can be $500 because you have to get your shit untold. That can fuck up your whole plan for the month or the next 3 months. You can be fucked up just because you in debt $500 extra you wasn't planning on.
Right.
So yeah, that's it. Just trying to be more careful with my shit now, but I will do it. Don't dare me. I'll do it.
You know, though. Don't play with me.
Don't dare me. I'll do it. The shit the actual most recent incident, this shit was weird as fuck. Oh my God. So I ain't gonna say the club. Because I don't want the club to get in no trouble.
Of course.
But fucking.
Of course.
At the club, I'm booked to perform there. They pay me everything to be there to perform. I'm like, all right, cool. Then I come through with like 25 people. It's like a halfway birthday celebration shit too. So go there. I talked to the DJs. I talked to the owner. They got all my music shit, everything ready.
And at this time, you still got your mask on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a mask on. So I was like, maybe if I didn't have a mask on, the people might have like reacted different, but I don't know. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so I talked to the DJ. He said, I'm good. I talked to the owner. He said, I'm good. Everything lined up. DJ said, what time you want to go on? I tell him what time I'm about to go on. There's another person there that's like more popular than me worldwide. And so So he's supposed to perform like he's supposed to be like the headliner. Like I'm getting paid and he getting paid, but he's supposed to like close basically.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking my time comes. I agreed upon with the DJ.
Right.
Where we got the DJ come to me, give me the microphone. He gave me the microphone. Like, all right, cool for sure. I start talking to the audience like, hey, everybody get up from your seats and start coming over here.
Yeah.
So like crowding around shit. People start getting up. Everybody start moving to the front. The DJ drops a song. It's the wrong song, but I'm not even listening at this period of time. I didn't even know. I thought he was just playing another song in general.
Yeah.
As I was still building people up.
Right.
So the other main headliner's like, hey, yo, that's my song. He's like, hey, man, turn that off. That's my song. So the DJ's like, oh, shit. He turns off because he just happened to be playing the wrong file or whatever. Security that's in front of fucking the main headliner, he come up to me and take the microphone away from me, like super rude and shit.
Yeah, that's different.
And he's like, give me that microphone. I was like, what the fuck was going on? Because I don't even know what the problem is because I didn't even recognize it.
Yeah.
I thought he was just playing another song and getting ready to warm up the crowd. And then he was like, no, you ain't gonna do shit. You ain't performing shit. I was like, what is wrong with you, bro? I was like, look, I don't know what's wrong with you. I was like, look, man, just talk to your bosses or whatever. I just got this microphone from the DJ. You see me out? He's like, nah, you ain't performing at all, bro. You ain't gonna do nothing. I was like, all right, bro. I already started getting semi-mad right there. So I went to the DJ. I was like, hey, bro, what is going on? And then he tells me he had the wrong song file, and my song file didn't come in. At this location, they have bad connection or whatever. So after that, I go back to talk to the security again to try to be like nice about it. That there was confusion or whatever. He was still being rude at that period of time. I'm talking to him nice, like it's already been resolved. I don't have the microphone or nothing, but I'm telling you, I'm still about to perform. I'm about to go fix all the shit, and he just kept telling me, you ain't performing shit. You ain't gonna do shit over here. You ain't doing. I was like, what is wrong? So then I got mad. I was like, bro, I psych you out right here. I will psych you out right now. And then, but this was still in the club. And then he was like, he squared up like fearfully squared up. And then he was like, hey, I'm not gonna fight you here. I got my homies with me. So basically, he was like saying, I'll get jumped, which he probably would because you're a security guard. So arrested. But then that gave me enough time to stop and think the way I've been trying to work on. Stop and think about it. I didn't get no money yet. I didn't get paid yet.
There we go.
So I was like, matter of fact, yeah, we can go out. Me and you can go outside. Me and you can go outside. We ain't gonna do shit in here. Me and you go outside. So everybody in the VIP right now sees all this shit going on. Like, yeah, then we about to go ham on this fool wherever. But I walked out, kept telling him to go outside. He refused to come outside, waited out there for a while. Then the owner come outside. Owner like, bro, just do the show, let the shit go, and fucking we gonna handle this shit later. I was like, bro, well, what's gonna happen? Well, I was still mad first, but after I calmed down, I was like, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna do the show, and then I'm gonna ask him for his fade again after this shit. But I won't do it in here. And they're like, please don't do that, but whatever.
But whatever.
So I did the whole show. Everybody's happy. It was lit. And that shit's it's on my IG of the actual show you'll be able to see. And fucking, right at the end of my set, I was like, man, thank you everybody for coming. I appreciate y'all fucking around. And if you don't fuck with me, you can run a fade right now, like his bitch ass, right? Like everybody in there giving me on the mic, like, yeah, his bitch ass right there won't run no fade. He's scary as fuck. And everybody was like, yeah, this nigga didn't spaz for no reason. And I got the mic, but he didn't come outside. He was scared the whole time. Dude didn't want no fade. He was weird as fuck. I don't know what the fuck was wrong. I guess he got broken up. Was girl out there or something? I don't know what the fuck. Bro, I was being nice. That's why that shit weird. It was just a weird situation.
Yeah.
But I got better. See, you told me, exactly. Let me get this money first. And then,
He was like, yo, first I'm going to fight you. And he was like, okay, wait, I still can get paid. You know what? Let me get paid, but I still want to fight you, bro.
Right, let me get paid. Oh, so you're cool now? I'm cool, but I'm going to offer it still.
Right. Just in case
because he's weird. Because he's being weird. Like, he must have animosity against me. So,
yeah.
I don't know what the fuck. So let me offer it again.
For sure.
Again, somebody gonna teach you. Why not me?
I'm sure you learned that night though, because then it was like, okay, maybe that wasn't the one I want to play with.
Oh yeah, not even about me. I'm sure he learned like, bro, you can get embarrassed. It don't matter. You a security guard.
Yeah.
You can get embarrassed out here. Yeah, you didn't even get hit. You got embarrassed from being a bitch.
Exactly.
For having to act like a bitch. So yeah, it's like, hey, I'm sure he learned something. And I know the people that hire security too. So they kept asking me, do you want him to be gone? Or I was like, I don't want to take niggas' money.
Right.
I just want this nigga to fucking go to school, do something, learn your shit, bro. That's not
respect.
Like security supposed to diffuse situations where you were making conflict. You wasn't resolving conflict.
Yeah.
So yeah, that shit was very weird to me, but Yeah.
You're getting better.
Yeah,
You're getting
yeah,
better.
we're working on it, man. We're getting up there.
So shit, while we still got you on here, is anybody you wanted to shout out? Anybody, like anything you wanted to promote? Anything, your socials, anything like that?
Yeah, man. So the new shit is, like I said, we D3miGxd now, and I spell it special as D3mi, and God, it has an X instead of an O, so GXD. You can find me on IG with that. The YouTube channel about to come, because now the video about to drop. We just shot the video last week. We're going to shoot some bonus footage, but this is going to come out after that, so y'all don't even need to know about that. But yeah, get ready for that video to come out, and then the whole project is called Resurrection. So fucking, I mean, I'm coming back. It's a new style. So it was a resurrection, really resurrection, because it's based off of the anime Bleach when they transform. So resurrection, but fucking yeah, that's the main shit for that I'm working on. And then creatives, I gotta push this line hard. Creatives, bro. I keep trying to tell y'all, creatives is whoever comes to collabs with me, you are basically automatically a part of creatives art. Collabs with my people at KP Platinum Sounds, you're automatically part of this group, this culture that I call creatives. And fucking, I do shows all the time, different places, and I always offer, y'all want to do a part of my show, whatever I put into it, y'all just got to put in the money that equates to their section. So if you're doing 2 minutes, if I pay for a 20-minute thing, you only got to pay for that 2 minutes that you're doing your song. But you will be able to use the platform that I got, and I put you on this. I don't care about who you are or none of that shit. If you just want the platform, I'll put you on basically for the same shit I'm on for. I've been doing that shit for years. But a lot of people don't take advantage of it. A lot of people like assume that you're getting hustled or some shit. But you don't see a lot of people doing the shit that I do, the shows that I be doing, because it costs. You gotta invest into yourself. But usually you can make flips after that. So usually you can. There's ways to reimburse yourself.
Right.
But you gotta invest first. But anybody who's trying to be a creative, fuck with me. Reach out to me. The creative's brand is bigger than music. I do shows. I'm supposed to be doing it once every month, but I do shows where I mix all the different artistic genres of your city. So my plan is for creatives to blow up into like an each city type thing. So we'll have creative SD, and we'll have I've already done this before. There's like a model runway. So if you're a model, you're up there. Then the clothing brand designers, you give me that shit, and I clothe models with it. Then fucking musicians get to perform while the runway is going. Then if you're a painter, there's paintings everywhere, and people can put in bids for the paintings, or see in one event. So y'all are all cross networking right now. All the creatives, everybody that's creative is cross networking right now. So yeah, and then I have video shit on there too. So the videographers and editors, they do like background graphics for the shit for the models when they're walking, and they do fucking they do like graphic design for ads and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I just try to mix everybody together in there, because when you're a rapper, your fan base is commonly the same as the next rapper from your city. You guys have the same exposure on most shows. Like if you see local shows, you'll see a lot of the same returning people there as audience. But now if I'm putting in a fucking tattoo artist to be as a big part of this show with that rapper is now getting that tattoo artist fan base.
Right.
So that's why I've been super trying to work on that shit a lot. I've only done the event one time, and it wasn't as big as I wanted it to be. So I'm gonna do it again, but it's still creatives. That's my whole shit right now. That's why I plan to bank on into the future. Creatives, I might fuck up your shit.
You straight. You straight.
Creatives in the shit I plan to bank on into the future. Hopefully later in my life, y'all be like, yeah, creatives Phoenix, creatives fucking Orlando, creatives, all that shit. They have their own local show base. And the intent is to force a desired fellowship of regular people in that city. So our primary problem in San Diego is people are following, they just get on a trend. The consumers only follow trends. So whatever's popular somewhere else, that's where they're going to be like, okay, we're post to listen to that. I'm trying to enforce a culture of people, when you step inside somebody's city, you need to put a foot forward to learn about that city, wherever city you're in. You need to put a foot forward to get immersed into that, or else you're going to feel like you're missing out. That's my goal, because I know that will generate a lot of revenue for all these independent artists in whatever format they're in. If it becomes cool to support local, then local will benefit from it all the way. It just have to make some way for it to be cool.
Yeah.
Now, if we're cross networking, that's going to be kind of cool. We're going to have all the cool people there. So shit, all the different type of cool people going to be there. So shit, hopefully that translates and builds. But I plan for that to actually be my legacy. creatives worldwide, and then I'm gonna have a school. I plan to have a school for music business literacy, all the different aspects literacy. Like it's basically entertainment school. I want to end up having that at the end of the day. Yeah,
goals.
Long way to go. Long way to go.
Hey, but you got goals though. That's the biggest part there.
Long way, but we gonna make it happen step by step. We're on the way though.
So definitely, it's been another episode of the Big Umbrella Podcast. That's big with 2 G's. I'm gonna repeat that. That's big with 2 G's. The Big Umbrella Podcast, and it's a wrap.
No.
So hey, that was good, bro.
All right, cool.
That was hella good. Because we was like, oh, we so glad we got this one. Oh, thank you, Lord.